Good day, virtual learners!
Welcome back to English 10 live streaming lesson.
We hope that everyone is safe and doing great. Always stay at home, take a lot of water, and don't forget your vitamins.
Rest assured that our city government is doing their very best to protect public health and safety.
Let's help and support one another with the hashtag, no matter what the situation is, education must continue. Before going any further, let us familiarize our learning principles.
Listen,
Note,
and learn. Listen attentively and pay attention throughout the discussion.
note the important details. At the same time, you may take note of your questions during the discussion and you will be given enough time to type it in the comment section for the Q&A part.
Learn. Learn something new and together we learn as one. Always remember, listen,
Note and learn.
For the objectives, at the end of our lesson, you are expected to first, make and deliver impromptu and extemporaneous speeches with ease and confidence. Second, use words and expressions that affirm or negate. And number 3, compose an argumentative essay.
For this lesson, we will use the strategic, localized, and interactive instructional material about public speaking to express and to be understood the bridging us towards solidarity, prepared by Ma'am Rochelle S. Season of Pignay National High School.
Have you ever had an argument with someone? If not, let me spark up an argument for you to debate on. Is twice better than Blackpink? Should mobile games be banned during weekdays? Regardless of how you respond to those questions, you are already creating an argument. Actually, you might probably squabble over these. But remember, in writing an argument does not mean yelling or fighting. Do you have an idea what an argumentative essay is? Have you ever read or written an argumentative essay? Some of you might be unfamiliar with this genre of writing. Well, not until the end of our today's discussion.
So, what is it?
An argumentative essay is a type of writing in which points of view about a particular topic are presented, and the writer aims to establish his position.
Furthermore, it is a type of essay that presents arguments about both sides of an issue, wherein the writer provides reciprocal evidence. It could be that both sides are presented equally balanced. Or it could be that one side is presented more forcefully than the other, depending on the author's intention. Remember that when writing an argumentative essay, you persuade the readers to make. This could be a mental change or changing their perspective on something, or it can be a policy change where you are changing a practice, law, or rule. Writing an argumentative essay requires logical or verifiable support. The content always focuses on a claim that is stated in a thesis statement. It is a statement of a writer's point or stand on a particular issue and is usually debatable.
How can we know if our thesis statement is debatable?
A thesis statement must be something that people could reasonably have differing opinions on. If it is generally agreed upon or accepted as fact, then there is no reason to try to persuade people. Let me give you an example. Which among the two thesis statements is considered debatable? Number 1, poverty or lack of financial stability is one factor that hinders a child from finishing school. Number 2, only those who finished a college degree will have a better life in the future. Statement number 1 is a non-debatable claim because it tells a general idea and all studies agree that poverty is one factor that hinders a child from finishing school. On the other hand, Statement number 2 is debatable and can generate varied opinions and needs to be further supported by valid and logical data. The writer must create an impression of being credible to the readers by providing logical and verifiable claims, such as results of studies, statistics, and statements of experts in the field.
Again, the primary feature of an argumentative essay is to convince and prove that the writer's statement warrants a logical and verifiable claim. To put it simply, here are the features of argumentative essay. First, it should have a debatable claim that can be supported by empirical data. Number 2, it changes the reader's perception on a specific issue. And number 3, it expresses an idea that is logical and thought-provoking. The argumentative text is divided into 3 basic parts, starting with the introduction and thesis statement, followed by the body and supporting statements, finally ending with a conclusion. The introduction part always states the context of your paper. In this part, you must completely establish the primary objective of your paper, provide the background information, and clearly state your claim.
The body of your essay always contains the most important details. In this part, it is necessary that you provide strong supporting details of your claim. Remember, your primary objective is to convince the readers to change their perception about a particular issue. So, it is a must that you carefully choose the information that you will include.
The conclusion part serves as a generalization statement that contains the main claim or arguments and their supporting details. This may also contain a message that addresses the thesis in a different light and leaves an impression in the reader's mind. Affirmation and negation are often used in conversations, particularly as responses to questions. An affirmation, also called an affirmative or positive statement, expresses the truth or validity of an idea. A negation, also called a negative statement, expresses a denial or falsity of an idea.
What expressions are used to affirm and negate something?
Among the commonly used words for affirming are adverbs of affirmation. These include words such as yes, truly, definitely, certainly, and surely, among others. Example. Number 1. Yes, I can attend the party on Saturday night. Second, I will be able to finish this by tonight. In the first sentence, the adverb yes adds emphasis to the affirmative statement. In the second sentence, there is no adverb of affirmation used, but the sentence is still affirmative because there is nothing in it that indicates negation. And the word will is considered positive.
Adverbs may also be used for expressing negation. Adverbs of negation include the words no, not, nowhere, no longer, and never. Expressions that may be used to emphasize or express negation include I'm sorry and I'm afraid. Let's have some examples. Number 1, I'm afraid I cannot leave the house on Saturday night. Number 2, no, I will not be able to finish this by tonight. The words cannot and not in the 2 examples have already expressed negation. The expression I'm afraid and the word no are added to emphasize the negativity of the statement.
That's it. Please save your questions for the Q&A later. But before that, let me sum it up. In today's discussion, we discussed about writing an argumentative essay, a type of writing in which points of view about a particular topic are presented, and the writer aims to establish his position. It is a type of essay that presents arguments about both sides of an issue, wherein you persuade the readers to make a change, either mental or policy. Writing an argumentative essay requires logical or verifiable support to the thesis statement that must be debatable, something that people could reasonably have differing opinions on.
The argumentative text is divided into three basic parts, starting with the introduction and thesis statement, followed by the body and supporting statements, finally, ending with the conclusion. The introduction part always states the context of your paper. The body of your essay always contains the most important details. The conclusion part serves as a generalization statement that contains the main claim or arguments and their supporting details.
You must also be familiar with the affirmation and negation. An affirmation, also called an affirmative or positive statement, expresses the truth or validity of an idea. A negation, also called a negative statement, expresses a denial or falsity of an idea. These are the words and phrases that will surely come in handy when writing an argument.
Now, test your understanding by taking part in this challenge.
Let me answer the first question. Is it the same as persuasive writing? That is an interesting question. Well, argument and persuasive writing are related. However, they are not quite the same thing. Although similar in nature, there are some major differences. For the most part, argumentative writing uses both logic and reason to make its case. On the other hand, persuasive writing is mostly based on opinions and emotions. This means that the greatest differentiating factor is evidence. Both types of writing persuades the readers. However, argumentative essays use empirical studies as evidence, while persuasive writing applies emotional appeal. I hope I made it clear. Thank you for asking.
Another intriguing question. Can you differentiate it with expository essay? Thank you for this insightful question. Argumentative and expository essay deal with facts and information. The main difference is when taking an argument, you attempt to convince the reader to accept your point of view by means of persuasion. In expository essay, it is a genre of writing that provides information and explanations in a straightforward manner. You just simply educate the readers without wanting them to change their perspective. Also, argumentative essay tends to be longer since it aims to make an original argument about a topic, unlike expository.
For the last question, what is the relation of writing an argumentative essay to public speaking? Knowing how to write an argumentative essay helps to kickstart your capability in public speaking, for it will help you organize your thoughts by creating an outline of your discourse, which can also boost your confidence since it gives you familiarity with the content. It enhances your vocabulary and the manner you present the ideas. Also, writing forces you to iron out the grammatical and spelling mistakes which may have gone unnoticed when speaking. Not just an argumentative essay, but any types of writing.
Asking questions shows your eagerness to learn. Thank you for your interminable participation. For those questions that were not answered, you may ask it in your follow-up discussion with your subject teacher. For sure, they are very much willing to answer them. Being a confident public speaker takes time. Take every chance you have to speak in front of an audience. And always prepare and do the best you can. Doing so would help you deliver your speeches with ease and confidence.
We hope that everything is clear. Thank you for watching English 10 live streaming lesson. And to you, grade 10 students, have a nice day. See you in our next session. Goodbye, stay safe, and God bless.